Hey guys, what's up? This is Tony from Tony's Guitar Hangout. It's freaking hot in here. There is light, there is a light, there is a light, there is a computer, and I can't turn on the air conditioning because if I did, you would only hear I'm sweating like hell. That's why I'm wearing this muscle shirt, not because I have muscles or something. What we're looking at today is the Maybach Lester Edelweiß, what it is good for, which type of genres can you play with this guitar, and also for the transmitter of the Podgo wireless, the G10 transmitter, which is fairly simple to set it up. Just plug it into the input of the Podgo. Then you wait until it's connected and then you plug it into the guitar and then you probably have fun. Sometimes you have a little bit of interferences when internet routers are in the way. I had 2 or 3 dropouts at the last concert. I don't know why, what was wrong. Maybe there was a router in the way. Maybe there was so much digital things in the air and then dropouts. I don't know. So I want to check out if we have dropouts right now, and if not, I would recommend to you buying this because it's awesome. And if you think that it's not getting hotter, this guitar makes it possible. Why? Let's check it out. Wow, this guitar is a beast. Let me show you everything about this wonderful guitar. We are starting with the specifications, then we'll have a deeper look on the sounds, the build quality of this guitar, the versatility of the sounds the guitar can represent, and afterwards we'll have a 1 to 10 point breakdown about how good this guitar or how bad this guitar is. Let's start with the specifications for the Maybach Lester Edelweiß, and therefore let me introduce to you the wonderful, the mysterious, the glorious Mr. Spec. The world of electric guitars is teeming with legendary instruments that have shaped the landscape of music. Among them, the Maybach Lester Edelweiß 72 Custom stands tall as a true masterpiece of craftsmanship and tone. The body is made out of 2 pieces of mahogany, with its 2 pieces flamed arched top, a length of 44 centimeters, width of 34 centimeters, depth of 5 centimeters, and its weight of 8.5 pounds. This is a heavy machine. The set neck is made out of mahogany and includes a double action truss rod, a 12-inch ebony fretboard, and a 18 centimeter long Maybach solid packhead original Larsen headstock. Yes, it's really called like this. By the way, if you're from a country with a normal metric mathematical system, 12-inch is approximately 30.48 centimeters. So let's have a look at the hardware. As tuners, we can find whatever. Goto SD90 tuners. Two 3 centimeter wide top hat black knobs for volume, as well as two 3 centimeter wide top hat black knobs for tone to control the phenomenal amber humbucker pickups. Guys, so let's just for 1 minute stay on the hardware. As pods, Maybach builds in 500K CTS TVT potentiometers. I did find that out because I looked into the guitar. It's not written on the homepage. And an 0.047 UF capacitor. The pickups are modern wired. That basically means that the tone cap connects to the input lock of the volume pod instead of, for example, the 50s wiring, where the tone cap connects to the middle lock of the volume pod and lock 3 of the tone pod. That lowers the highest tone bit but gives you around a warmer tone from the humbucker, which you can control via the 3-way toggle switchcraft. Now optics. The nitrocellulose finish crackles over time, and that makes the cream-colored guitar so much sexier. The outstanding binding is the icing on the cake of this wonderful instrument. Well done, guys, from Maybach. This is a beautiful guitar. Let's see if it can hold up with its sounds. Alright, thank you, Mr. Speck. That was very specific. Let's have a look at the clean sounds. I prepared a Marshall JTM 45 sound patch with a little bit of reverb and delay and a tube compressor in front of the amp. The sounds without delay and reverb is this. If I turn on the reverb, plate, reverb and a delay, which has a little bit, is too much in the mix. That's okay. We start in the neck position of the Maybach Lester Edelweiß 59. So switch to the bridge pickup. It is a little bit more articulated sound-wise when you play in the bridge position than in the neck. But the neck sounds are much warmer, much deeper and richer. So these are my favorite sounds when it comes to clean sounds. It's always a little bit clean sounds with compromise, because to me a perfect clean sound can only be achieved by single coil pickup. It's a little too compressed for me, so details are not coming out that much as they would do on a single coil guitar. The most you could imitate that single coil feeling by going to the in-between position, because you might have the best of both worlds, the roundness, the warmness, the richness from the neck pickup, and also the honkiness, the brilliance from the bridge pickup. And a cleanish, okay tone when it comes to a live concert. If it came to a production, I would choose another guitar for a clean part. But what is really beautiful, if you put in some delays, some granular reverbs, everything that meshes up the sounds, where you can define details. It doesn't really matter if it is a humbucker guitar or a single coil guitar or a P90 guitar. That works. Atmospheric stuff where you lay tones over landscapes of, I don't know, Pink Floyd, blah blah blah. I just say words and you imagine unicorn, sunshine, whale, sea, drowning sun, ethereal. See, works everything. It's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's not beautiful. It's a compromise. It's always a compromise. What do you want to achieve? What do you need the guitar for? If you need it for live gigging and you want a slightly compressed clean tone, this is perfect. That works. If it comes to a country production, I wouldn't choose this guitar. So depends on what you need, what you want to do, which kind of music, rock and roll, pop, hard rock. This guitar can represent good clean tones. Jazz, well, I don't know, I don't think so. But that's not what the guitar is built for, so therefore it doesn't really matter. Let's go to the crunch channel. Here I like that the bridge position is very defined and has a pretty articulated sound spectrum so that you have the attack while not dialing in too much. I mean, if I play like this sound is basically clean. It's on the edge of breakup, but if I play really hard and go to the bridge position, this is kind of a AC/DC vibe-ish. Or CZ Top 70s sound. This is the guitar. Also, if you want to play Clapton, Cream, that works. It works. I would choose a Tele instead of an LP Lester when it came to a production, but for live, this is good. Also, if you go to the neck pickup, I always that's a tiny bit too boomy to my taste if you compare it to now you go back to the, it's like so you should be a little careful and maybe dial back a little bit the neck pickup when you switch around in parts, which I do sometimes with my band Bouncing Betty. Do you know Bouncing Betty? If you don't, go to our channel and hit the subscribe button. And if I play like a verse, when it comes to the chorus, I switch to the neck position. So you can play around with the sounds of the guitar just with one clean crunch edge of breakup tone. I'm on the edge. God, my brain. You could play around with the sounds of the pickup itself with edge of breakup tones perfectly. And if you dial back a little, you won't have complete clean tones, but it gives you a variety of not so much distortion and more distortion. And this is beautiful. If you're like dialing up here, it's like Everything's increasing sounds. The doomsday riders are coming in. Awesome, awesome, just love it. And then we go to the lead sounds and awesome, awesome, just the creaminess of the neck pickup. It's like, hi Gary, let's increase the gain a tiny bit more and see if the guitar still shows character. Yeah, that's a hello, Mr. Moore. Beautiful. This is beautiful. This is the selling argument. This is why you should buy this guitar. If you love character sounds that are high gained, if you like sleaze rock, if you like old school metal, this is your freaking guitar. The amber pickups are definitely made for this. They can represent other styles, they can represent other genres with compromises. Alright, that's fine for me. I don't need all-in-one thing. I don't need that. I want character. And if I want character in hardcore, in rock, in metal, in old school metal, in sleaze, in glam and something, this is your guitar, and that's why I love this guitar so much. It has this gnarliness. What I often think when I listen to old school rockish music, in case of Iron Maiden or something, there is a lot of mid-focus in that music. The low ends didn't punch you in the face. It was basically all mids. Nowadays we have very modern scooped sound, and this guitar represents the best of both worlds. Gnarliness and mid-focus from the 70s, from the 80s, and modern sounds that you can find in bands like, I don't know, Slipknot or something. You could definitely tune the guitar down to drop C and play something with blood. Okay, let's break down what the guitar is worth. Is it worth 10 out of 10 points? Let's see. Okay, playability is definitely, and no matter what, a 10 out of 10. Build quality is a 7 out of 10. Normally it should be built rock solid. Problem was that the potentiometer fucked up like half a year after I bought this guitar. But I called the service of Maybach and said, listen, potentiometer as fuck, so what can we do? And they sent me a potentiometer that I could build in for free to my house. So this is what I call service. I had a guitar from another brand with a big G in the beginning, and same issue, called the service, nothing happened, wrote a mail, nothing happened. So instead of just replying anything, they just didn't react. Here, I call the company and I get a direct message, I get a direct response. All right, what's the issue? How can we help you? And this is service. This is how it should be like. A little issues here and there with the potentiometer, with the toggle switch, with the input jack, but things that are not too bad. The aesthetics of this guitar is definitely a 10 out of 10. And for versatility, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10, and here is the reason why. 5 out of 10 sounds horrible, but this is a heavy machine. This is a heavy guitar. This is made for rock, for sleaze, for hard rock, for everything that comes out of the 80s, out of the 90s, and is fulfilled with cocaine and something. And if you want to do this kind of music, punk, hard rock, blah blah blah, this guitar is perfect. It's definitely perfect for modern metal, maybe if you set it up right. But if it comes to clean sounds, if it comes to edge of breakdown sounds, there is better solutions. Therefore, I would say this is a 5 out of 10 because of flexibility is there, yeah, but always in a very picky way, with compromises in the sound. If you compare it to a guitar in the same price range, and you would say, do you want to take this for a production as your clean guitar, or a Telecaster T51 from Maybach as well? Which one do you pick? And you would definitely go for the Telecaster or for the Strat, because the sounds, the clean sounds are too compressed, sometimes too rich and not open enough. And for my personal taste, that's always when we talk about sounds and when I rate them, you have to keep in mind this is a taste thing. Sound-wise, quality-wise, this is a fantastic guitar. It's built perfectly. The setup is perfect. In 3 years of having this guitar, I didn't do shit with this guitar in case of setting it up, putting up the something here and something there. No, nothing. I had guitars where I had to adjust the truss rod or something, which are kind of normal things. Not this guitar. This came perfect. It remained perfect. I had it under the worst circumstances you can have. My singer is dripping like water over me while gigs. I smack it in my gig bag in the car and leave it in 50 degrees in the car. This guitar had everything, and it's still set up perfectly, and that's definitely a quality sign. Also, when you do a million times this, things can happen. This is freaking normal. It's a physical thing which is built in there. It can break. After 3 years, I have, in case of build quality, a few things to complain about. That after a half a year, a potentiometer breaks is not a normal thing. I think you get the point. So 7 out of 10 for build quality, aesthetics 10 out of 10 because it's a white LP. It's beautiful. It's freaking, I don't know if you can see this, but the crackles from the nitro finish is like you want that. If you buy a nitro finished guitar, you want these little crackles and that it looks like a little bit destroyed after a while or something. So overall rating, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, is an 8.5 out of 10. It's a little lower than the PJD, which we reviewed, or which I reviewed last time, but I would say the guitars could compete with each other. Each one for itself is a fantastic guitar and definitely worth every freaking cent you invest in this guitar. This is an instrument. This is a lifetime choice. If you want to have a good guitar, you have to buy a good guitar. You can't expect a 400 euro guitar to be the perfect guitar, your soulmate. You can't expect that. You have to take some money, you have to save some money, you have to invest some money. Therefore, I can just encourage you to try out, go to stores, support your local dealers, go to your favorite guitar shop, go to Thomann, go wherever you live, go to Sweetwater, check out guitars, check out and find your soulmate, because I found it in case of the music what I want to do, which is like kind of hard rock sleaze from the 80s, 90s with influences of modern music, of modern rock. This is my freaking guitar. and I freaking love it because it's beautiful, it's build quality. I said everything. This is a great guitar, and you should definitely give Maybach a trial because they're worth it. They build great instruments for a really fair amount of money, and that's how I close my video. Guys, see you next time. If you like my video, please leave a sub, leave a like, leave a comment under the video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.